We are back with another upper body lift today. So it's going to be kind of hard to talk because I'm kind of sick right now. I'm not going to lie. Not even kind of, I am. I'm actually really sick. Surprisingly, we're able to progress and we're still strong. We still feel strong, right? We're not feeling weak. I don't know why. Usually when you're sick, you lose some strength. You feel weak, but it just, in these sessions, in this session in general, I got stronger, and I got stronger in like most rep ranges. And I used to be able to only do 185 on incline bench for 2 reps, right? And I ended up hitting it for 5 reps today. I think it was either 4 or 5 reps. So that's definitely a major improvement. And all these weights right here that we done, everything just felt lighter. Everything that we did here just felt lighter. So I'm proud of that as well. We're making mad progression. We felt strong. Even when we were sick right now, we're still feeling strong. I don't know how, but this lift honestly was one of the lifts where I could say was pretty smooth and was successful. I felt strong. I went beyond failure. I gave it as much as I can on every single set, and I left this gym knowing that I had a few, extra reps left in the tank, and I did it. Every single set went perfect. There was no, errors in my form. There was no, extra reps left in the tank, like I said. In all these sets, I went beyond failure. Right here, I was trying to see how much reps I could hit with 205. And we surprisingly got 2 reps. So I know what my limit is now. I'm not going to go anything above 205. So obviously, y'all know the only time I ever do 3 sets until failure is if I only hit 1 to 2 reps on my first set. That's always, if y'all ever follow the advice I give and y'all ever gotten to a set where, y'all know y'all only do 2 sets till failure each exercise. That's what I always say every video. That's what's in my program, right? The only time you add 3 sets until failure is if you do 1 to 2 reps or 3 reps on the set. That's the only time I would add an extra set in, so you can at least get that 4 to 6 rep range, or that 5 to 6 rep range, or maybe that 6 to 8 rep range. Either way, all those would be good. I would say do another set. So I would be like, first set, let's say if you did 1 to 2, do the second and third, make sure you at least get 4 to 6, 5 to 6, or 6 to 8. Pretty self-explanatory, you already know that. Another thing about, the progress that I have made so much progress to the point where it's not just me in my own head thinking I have made progress. I have people coming up to me saying, you should compete. Other people saying that I look older than what I usually, am, like I'm 16, right? But there's actually people out there that think I'm not 16. I don't know how, but people look at me and think I'm like a grown man. And I honestly don't know how, but that's honestly a trigger that everything that I am doing is working. The training, the eating, everything about me is going exactly as planned. So, when I hear these compliments I get from people, it just makes me know, that just gives me a reminder that everything that I'm doing is going exactly as planned. Everything that I'm doing is correct. Everything that I'm doing is making me progress at a quick amount of pace, and I'm getting stronger at a quick amount of pace, right? And that's what I really love about my training. That's what I really love about myself, because I'm constantly evolving at another level every single month, every single year, every single week. Every single day I'm evolving. Every single day I am constantly trying to become the best version of myself I could ever be, because that's the pride I have for myself, and that's my purpose. My purpose is to show up to the gym every single day, giving it everything I have, training to absolute failure, training every single day, no rest days, nothing. Every single day is just constant training. And honestly, that's like what I love to do. Like, if I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to train. this is literally the best thing that has ever happened to me. Training as a whole is what I love to do. I've done boxing, I've done wrestling, I played basketball before, and what I'll tell you is the best experience I ever had in any sport, any physical activities, I would say bodybuilding. And that's what I'm pursuing now. I am pursuing bodybuilding because I had the most fun doing bodybuilding. That's what I mostly enjoy. So I am going to pursue that. Eventually, I was in a phase where I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I was doing combat sports and I enjoyed them. They were fun, you know. I did good. Everything I did, I gave it 100%. I gave it absolute extreme on every single session, every single sparring session, every single day. I just gave it everything I had, and I went out there and killed it, right? But I just felt like there was something more, something else that I enjoyed more. I had a feeling in the back of my head that, you know, yeah, I'm wrestling, yeah, I'm boxing, right? But honestly, I enjoy lifting more than those two. So if I really want to get stronger at a quick amount of pace, if I really want to get bigger at a quick amount of pace, if I really want the physique I want to have while being strong, right, I can't box and wrestle all at the same time while doing bodybuilding. Because, you know, obviously if you're a wrestler, you have to be light and not even just wrestling, like, you know, mostly basketball. Because wrestling, you don't got to be light. You could really bulk up, but if you bulk up, then you're going to be constantly moving on weight classes, and you don't want to do that. You can't bulk in wrestling. Like, you genuinely can't bulk. There's, like, you know, a time period where they make you cut and all that. So if they make you cut weight, then you might as well say goodbye to that bulk. So that's one thing about wrestling. You know, they make you cut weight. And I can't cut weight. That would, you know, that's another reason that had me set back. That's another reason that made me start doing bodybuilding, was because, you know, when it comes to, you know, boxing and wrestling, you have to cut weight. You have to be light. You know, you have to be wrestling shape, not bodybuilding shape. Bodybuilding has nothing to do with combat sports. All that stuff is in a whole different area. You know, when it comes to bodybuilding, everything is different. You know, it's combat sports. You know, you need to constantly do your cardio. You need to be light. You need to be cutting. You need to be, you know, constantly sparring. But what bodybuilding is like, you can't really be cutting weight all the time, because if you're always cutting weight, you're not really going to be able to get that big. It depends though. Like, let's say if you're overweight, yeah, that's a reason to cut weight. You know, you could really lift weights and box and wrestle all at the same time if you're a person that's lifting weights and is overweight, right? But if you're a person that wants to, you know, get bigger and you're already lean, you're getting stronger, just in general, if you want to get stronger and bigger at a quick amount of time, if you want to really get really big, you can't wrestle and box all at the same time while doing bodybuilding. You won't have time, and if you do have time, you will most likely look the exact same, because when you're wrestling and boxing, you're mostly burning calories like all the time. You're constantly burning calories. So if you were to box and wrestle, you know, bodybuilding is not the obvious choice for you, not the good choice for you. So moral of the story, you can't do both. You know, if someone tell you that you can bodybuild, wrestle, and box all at the same time, you can't. You have to choose, you know, which one that you want to pick. And I chose bodybuilding, and I don't even regret that decision, because I just enjoy this more than, you know, any other sport, you know. And it's just like every single time I train, the pain I go through, I just want more of it. I think about it the next day. I get excited to go to the gym the next day to go and push past my limits. This gives me a purpose. This gives me a sense of worth. So if I wasn't doing it, I don't know if I would have a sense of worth. I don't know if I would have a purpose. My purpose is to motivate others and give it 100% on every single thing I do in my life. That is what I would call my purpose, giving every single thing I do in my life 100%, going beyond failure every set, striving to evolve, becoming the best version of myself I could ever be. All those things is in a big bubble to, become the best version of myself. Even constantly learning new things, getting more knowledge about my training so I can give to y'all so many things that, is important to me. So I'm going to continue evolving, continue learning more things about my own training, continue giving it absolutely 100% on every single training session I do, evolving in other aspects of life and not even only just training, other things in life that I could, evolve with. So I'm going to see y'all with this back pump. And tomorrow, we're going to have an arm day. And we're going to go crazy. Because this is what we always do. This ain't nothing new. We do this every single day. And ain't gonna nothing change. I'm ready for tomorrow.